Old Dr. Mahathir says, saddened by GTA and Pejuang's miserable defeat and deposit loss, he says shamelessly, although omitting the pathetic loss of deposit level of loss. He plans to rewrite some stuff, he says, and fool everyone, but that's not how he put it, but in his own crooked, twisted way, naming the British era as his reference. Perhaps how the non-Muslims and non-Malays became citizens. That old crook has often spoken about how non-Malays and non-Muslims became citizens. He calls all of them pendatang, meaning calling a good majority of Malaysian today as immigrants. The best we can all do is scoff at every one of his racially mischievous tricks and stories. Hope all condemns Malay Dignity Conference in 2019, during the PH admin after May 2018, GE14. And he got a second chance at fixing issues, only to be squandered away months later in February 2020, his fiasco of being played out by not-so-dignified Malay first morons, and subsequently quitting. He did that after being pissed he had to hand it over the premiership to Anwar. He never wanted to, on the same sentiments he was spreading privately. It is the same message to this day. BN did not have a problem supporting illegal PM number 1, Mahathir, then. So what's the problem, now, against supporting PH and Anwar, who has, at least won the majority, technically the mandate? Let's not fear it and move. During the last few days in February 2020, when BN supported or rather seemed all too happy to topple the PH government. Yes, BN went along with the self-proclaimed Malay first racist Mahathir, who jumped at the opportunity to satisfy the bucket list wish of becoming PM in any way he could. We all can be sure BN is haggling indirectly to have their stealing and plunders forgotten and dealt with leniently. All these are BN and GPS games trying to see what they can pocket. The voters must stand up and voice an object. Hope the Agon and the rulers can see it all. And the constitutional advisors could make them known with clarity. Clarity. Mahathir bad for the country, this time packaged as PN. Let us stop and realize what Saudi Arabian-funded Wahhabi Islamic influence has done to Malaysia. Let's stop it while we still can. Correct it while it still can be corrected. If only laws were enacted, and hopefully the Agon and the rulers redirected that race and religion is not to be used in politics as it is causing hate and divisions. The madrasas and Joachim perhaps ought to be disbanded. The sultans and the Agon, let them be prominent to ensure and direct religious affairs as the Constitution rightfully states. Was and is the reason Malaysia is screwed today. He has had more chances and years to have fixed the country. His legacy will read that he was a lousy one at that. All credible leaders would set the right examples and leave with a reasonable continuity plan. He failed at that miserably. He just left greed, corruption, inefficiencies, and laziness behind. Mahathir the Mahanazi and self-proclaimed anti-Semitic is the person who pushed and groomed Najib ahead of all the racism and corruption. It is not without corruption and nepotism that his children, his friends, and his connections also became extremely wealthy, with no particularly explainable reasons. He is the one that has taught the UMNO and PAS politicians to use race and religion to fool most of the folks. Yes, Mahathir, while at UMNO, groomed and kept racially segregated MCA and Mike, just adding to the narrative of division. Racially divided parties are not good for Malaysia. The people need to understand and reject it, and we see it happening more. However, they miss the PAS and PN dangers this time. Mahathir is a racist person. He is Malay first, all right. But not much of a Malaysian. Once again confirming he is communal and a racist and capitalizing on division. Hadi along with Mahathir is being communal, hence they are communists here. Communal and racist meaning communist.